Very, very proud of our guys figuring out a way to get enough defensive stops down the stretch to be able to, pull out the win. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought, close game. Obviously, the game we played last week in New Jersey would indicate that this was going to be a very good matchup, and I think it lived up to that. And just fortunate that we're able to advance.
Coach, the obvious question: what was wrong with Parnell?
Wasn't feeling well, so he wasn't being very effective out there, and so we had to put people out there that were going to be effective.
Was he not feeling well because of flu?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I didn't know about it until the game began.
What's that tell you about your team, that you find other ways to win, even with the star players? You're in NEC Player of the Year and not being able to score points.
Yeah, it's important, and you like that in your team. We found a variety of ways to win this year, which I think is, important if you're going to have opportunities, to compete for a regular season championship and then obviously advance in the conference tournament, because no two games are going to be the same. Different guys are going to have to step up and make plays as we go through this. And I think everyone's got to be ready and prepared when their opportunity comes or their time to make a play for our team comes. You got to.
Looked like there was a lot of maybe emotions getting into the beginning of the game. Did you see that? A lot of almost turnovers.
Yeah, we had some issues holding on to the basketball, and that's something that we talked about in the locker room. And I just said to guys, like, they got to relax and play. Everything that's been accomplished previously is now over, and now everybody's 0-0, and you got to go out and play. And we played like a team that was afraid to lose. Really, in all honesty, every single pass was like, deep breath, like, relax, like, play basketball. You guys have been doing this since you were little kids. Of games. Dan Myers, this is maybe his 9th or 10th Northeast Conference tournament game, and everyone's just got to relax and play the game. And I think, early on, some of our, miscommunications and some of our, inefficiency in executing good offense was because, everybody was a little bit on edge. Now, you got to also give credit to FDU. Their ability to switch defenses is very good, and so that keeps us on our heels a little bit. And I think, talking to Kayvon and Ant, we have to do a better job of recognizing quicker and then adjusting and moving into whatever our next offensive plan is. And I don't think we did a great job of that, throughout the game.
Is it reasonable to think that Saturday, a lot of those jitters are playing not to lose because you're trying to won?
I think a lot of times it's reasonable to think that we're not sure what's going to happen on Saturday. I mean, I think with this group of guys, I would hope so, yes. I would hope that they've gotten a game out of their system and now they can just kind of relax and play and everybody can go about their business. That'd be great. But either way, we know it's going to be another hotly contested, close game. And we played 2 interesting games with PA already. Whether it was the game here where we were up and then they stormed back and then we had to come back, or the game up there where it was a 6-point game and we had to really execute down the stretch. We anticipate that it's going to be something similar to that, and so we're going to need as many guys, locked in and focused and playing the way that we know we're capable of.
Back-to-back games where you guys have been outside of maybe 1 or 2 situations. Saturday, Marcus Burton kind of just went off for a brief stretch, but otherwise, Wagner didn't shoot the 3-ball well, FDU didn't shoot the 3-ball well. Has that been a point of emphasis for you guys coming down the stretch and going into the tournament?
No, it just depends on our team, who we're playing, who our opponent is. And trying to adjust certain things to take away some of their strengths. We've, you look at their games and you see, some of their guys' ability to make shots, and some of their guys, that's their biggest attribute they can bring to the game is their ability to make shots. And if they do that, that'll hurt you. In the first half in New Jersey, they were 7 for 16 from 3, and they scored 39 points. And in the second half, I think we held them to 1 for 8, and they scored 25. And so, if we could limit their ability to make threes, we thought that would give us a good opportunity to win the game. And as we prepare for PA, we'll look at what their strengths and their weaknesses are and figure out how we can try and limit their strengths.
Do you think, without knowing what's wrong with Carmel, if you think you'll feel better Saturday?
I hope so. I would be surprised if he did.
Any others for Coach Toole?
How much, you guys didn't have Hawkins last time you played FDU, how much did he help? What did he sort of provide you guys in terms of maybe different looks inside?
Well, I mean, obviously he played 30 minutes, and I think he was effective. I think he, had a huge block late. I think at times he was able to, disrupt their ability to finish around the rim. And so I think that those were important keys. They did a nice job of trying to have Scooter Gillette protect the rim. Hawk was able to hurt them with some jump shots and kind of stretch their defense and say, okay, you're going to continually just put somebody at the rim. Well, we have a guy who's pretty good at making 15, 17 footers. And so I think that all those contributions were very, very important.
All right, Coach. Well said.